Don't touch that dial now. We're just getting started.
All right, guys. So I did a whole video. I did 30 minutes. I was sitting on my camera. I was switching through scenes. I was pulling up X accounts. I was pulling up videos, and I forgot did not hit the record button. That was a fail on my part, and I never said I wasn't smart. I'm not smart. I'm not smart at all. Definitely not. But anyways, we're going to talk about some other things that's not smart. Some stuff that's been going on in the gaming community. And I know I said I was going to stop talking about fanboys, but I don't think I have to at this point, because the shit just comes to me. It just comes to me, and I get to see it because it's on my algorithms, on my timelines. And it's pretty interesting to me because there's something that happened over the weekend, I believe, with a couple console patriots. I'm not saying it's like whatever. So you guys know Serbovian. Serbovian kind of came into the scene recently. Whenever he originally played PlayStation, he still plays PlayStation, and he decided to get a Xbox Series X, which I think his wife bought it for him. And he started playing the games. He started doing the experiences that he never had before. And he actually enjoyed it. He enjoyed the games. He's catching up on the big Xbox backlog, even though they say Xbox was dead 20 years ago. Fuck off. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's not that deep. It really isn't that deep. It doesn't matter. Play video games and shut the fuck up. Anyways, he's enjoying himself. And all of a sudden, it was like a bomb that blew up in the distance. You see a bunch of angry middle-aged men all saying they have their charts in hand, they have their laughing gifs, they have their clown emojis, and they have more statistics about 75 million consoles being sold. And they come after this guy. They're like, hey, fuck you for liking Xbox, you damn pussy. I hate you. You're dumb and stupid and a meanie butt. I don't like you at all. Urgh. That's what they probably you'll probably reply back with 75 million astrobots sold. I see you, Tripster. I see you, buddy. The thing you said. You say dumb things. You say stupid things. You're up there with Japan Hates Xbox. But we're going to talk about somebody else while we're on here. We're going to talk about another person, and he doesn't really need much of an introduction. It is X-Fault. Now, I've had interactions. Interactions. I'm going to have to cue something there, some sexy music. Interactions with X-Fault. I've had interactions with X-Fault on X. They're never really been bad. It's mainly just banter about consoles and stuff like that, which he's a console warrior. He's a console Sony fighter. He's a soldier for the PlayStation logo, the golden idol, which is the PS5 Pro. He's all for this in his whole channel. And like I said, don't harass this guy. And matter of fact, if you like PlayStation, if you like salt content, and you want to see this amount of space right here, which is a lot of space, and I know it's not fair, considering the fact that I'm big, I'm a huge planet that takes up most of the screen. There's a lot of space right here, and I'm just going to give you some. I'm going to give you a little bit, and I'm not Scorsese or anything, so I'm not good with my camera work, but you kind of want to have yourself fully in frame. If not, the way we're looking at you down here, we're having to look down here while you're talking. Try to angle your camera a little bit more, do a wider composition, and probably mess with your lighting. Your head is actually matching up with this here. Maybe if you improve the lighting, get a little bit of shadows, and that'd be fine. I do like the Vivi here. I do like the Spider-Man. I see you like Funko Pops, and you got that nice bright Xbox, not Xbox. I'm going to get some shit for that. PlayStation logos. I'm not a gamer. Gotcha. Got me in 4K. Yeah, just kind of fix it up, man. Like, other than that, I mean, yeah, just fix it. But anyways, I want to let you guys hear him for a minute. And I have some things I want to say, then we're going to talk about some other stuff. So here we go.
Shields are at it again, the frauds are at it again, and nonetheless, we have the examples yet again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it.
Now, probably won't. Let's go ahead and play a little bit more here before I interject.
So let's show up these examples. Do we see a running theme here? First example, Xbox. This is game-changing, right? So Xbox officially game-changing next-gen console partnership. PC console hybrid plans. So it's time to get very hyped for this, guys. Very hyped for this PC hybrid.
Now, you see how he shrugs things off? He's like really smug about it. He's so fucking smug, it should be a fucking hate crime at this point. It's actually beyond parody. I don't understand his logic here because he calls pretty much anybody that likes Xbox, or if they're a pro Xbox channel and they're saying, hey, like this product, join us. Let's have fun. You might like it. They're automatically shills and they're grifters, and that's every single one of them. Doesn't matter. If I hop on here now, I'm going to have some dickhead. They're going to be like, you're an Xbox refugee. You are a grifter because you like my Xbox. Yeah, I do like my Xbox. I like my PlayStation. I'll be playing Death Stranding 2 here in a couple months on my PlayStation, on my big 80-inch TV, my 4K. Enjoying myself with my DualSense, looking at Norman Reedus' ass probably, and as he throws piss bombs, and that'll be fun because Kojima's a madman, and we love that. But he calls everybody, and this is not just him. This is not an exclusive. It's not an exclusive. It's not exclusive because this is everything. We're too busy right now fighting about consoles. We are worshiping billion-dollar companies, and trillion if you count Microsoft, and their golden idols, which would be the console, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with you liking the console. If you like what you like, there's nothing against that. But quit being a fucking bitch about it. But anyways, we got a lot of problems going on to begin with a lot of companies closing their doors, a lot of developers losing their jobs. You have the woke versus the anti-woke. You have the games of a service initiative. You have mobile just being shitty because nobody likes mobile games because those are not video games. That is garbage. That is pure garbage. I know this because my nephew plays these games and they're terrible. There's no substitution unless you're playing like xCloud or PlayStation Remote Play. That's the only time you're going to count mobile. But anyways, I don't see a problem of hyping up something, especially if you're a creator. That's something you do. You have fun. You love the brand, and this is no different than what Xfault's doing, where he talks about PlayStation all the time. Says how Xbox people are delusional for liking video games or wanting video games, or they like their console better than the PS5 Pro, which he hypes up as if it's like God himself, which, by the way, it's not, and you should probably see Jesus. I'm just saying, man, like, you and your ilk, like Reforged Gaming and people like that, they're doing the same thing they are doing. It doesn't matter. You guys are all doing the same thing. It's not grifting. It's not shilling. It's just camaraderie of, like, degenerates being just degenerate. It's just the way it is. I don't get it. But let's kind of move away from him. Let's go over to, we're going to take a look at Brovian. So this is something that happened over the weekend. I want to rewind it here a little bit.
If you don't know what a nonce is,
Let's go back.
My man Xbolt resorted to insults, which again, we expect on Twitter, right? But Xbolt called me a nonce.
Now, I had no clue what that meant. I've never heard that word before in my life. That was the first for me, but it actually has really bad meaning. We'll let Sir Brovian continue.
Now, if you don't know what a nonce is, it's the worst possible thing you can call someone in the UK. This is what nonce means. So, when you call someone a nonce, you're calling someone a PDF. You're calling someone a, pedo. You're basically insinuating, directly, publicly accusing me of being involved with children.
That's not good. That's something you shouldn't be calling somebody else, because that opens the door to a lot of different things, especially if you're in a public space. Like you are an influencer on X, on YouTube. You make videos about video games with fanboys and want to influence people, which you're influencing by talking to them about said video games, and you call this guy or anybody else a nonce or a PDF file. That's bad, because that can leak out into the real world. Now, Sir Rubian has kids, he has a family, and I'm sure that Sir Rubian's, I think he has a son. I'm sure people at his school, if they was to see this, and they was making fun of his dad, there'll probably be some people knocking on the door of Sir Rubian's, which is really bad. I don't see why we're doing this. I don't know why we're stooping this low over video games. You guys are acting like this is civil war, and it's not. This isn't a real war. Nobody is getting killed. Well, I mean, it's possible because there's been people that doxed people or sent SWAT squads to their houses, and there's been some people shot over video games and X beef or Twitter beef or Twitch beef, whatever beef. We don't want to be doing this. We don't want to be doing this. It would be bad if Sir Brevian called you that on a public space, and same for this. This is not good, man. This is not good. It's not a good look. Not a good look. And I know you don't care, and I know you have a bunch of people behind you that is totally the same mindset. They're doing the same thing. I've seen them. I've seen the comments. They're all fucking nasty people, and I just don't understand why you guys are allowing this. This is fucking terrible. You shouldn't do it. Now, I do want to show you. So, we're going to go back to this. Now, there was a point where they said X-Fault was saying he didn't know what it meant, and I think a lot of it's been deleted. But here's actual proof that he said this more than once on multiple occasions. Why would you say a word or call somebody something if you didn't know what they mean, let alone call multiple people that more than once? You knew exactly what you were saying. There's no doubt about that. You don't need to lie. You don't need to gaslight people. And you do say your channel is a channel of truth. This debunks that. This debunks it. You lied. You lied, and you actually made yourself look even worse. Here's the thing, dude. I want you to succeed. Same as Sir Brovian. I want you guys to have successful channels. I've seen on X-Fault, I mean, he's had things in the middle of his videos, or at the end of his videos, where he said he wants to be a part of the game industry, and there's a lot of like-minded people like that. And I want that for X-Fault. I don't want him to fail. I don't want Sir Brovian to fail. I don't want anybody, unless they're pedophiles or rapists or murderers, then I want them to fail. I want them in wood chippers because they deserve it. And that's what should happen. Rapist, wood chipper. Pedophile, wood chipper. Murderer, wood chipper. That just needs to happen. There's no debate. I'll die on that hill. But anyways, I want X-Fault to do good. Obviously, I don't want this to ruin him, because this can ruin the character of people. And trust me, I do see, like I said, I see on Icon Era, I see on NeoGIF. I used to be a part of this bullshit back in the day during the 360 PS3 age, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't 40, 50, 60-year-old dudes talking about this shit. I thought this was over. This was over. This wasn't a thing middle-aged men do. But here we are. You would think that this is political. You would think these people are fighting for civil rights. They're not. It's not that fucking deep. It really isn't that deep. It shouldn't be this serious. It really shouldn't. We shouldn't be calling each other nonces or rapists or anything like that. Why are we doing this? Or, you know, the racial slurs I won't say on here or anywhere else, because I don't want to get, well, I'm just not going to say it because that's bad. Obviously, we don't want to say these things. Now, I understand if you're at your friend's house and you're having a LAN party, if people still has that. This takes you back to whenever I was playing Xbox 360 and PS3. We had LAN parties playing Halo and Resistance and Killzone and shit like that. That was back then, but this is now. Back then, I think Pony, I don't know if Pony existed then. See, because they now have new names. It's like their racial slurs, or like they call each other console bigots or Xbots for the Xbox people, then the ponies for the PlayStation people, which I think ponies is probably worse than Xbot. But they have their own Xbox, their own video game bigoted words they use now, which is really funny to me. It's really cute and retarded. It's really retarded. It's really super retarded. It's dumb. Don't do that. But here's the thing. I don't want these people to lose, their audience that they're trying to build. They want to be successful, and there's no problem with that. But you doing this is going to hurt you in the long run. Especially when you say that, A, you never say it, then there's proof that you said it multiple times. This isn't me like trying to be a dick. This is just me being like, obviously you did something shitty and you did apologize. Let's go over to the apology. So right here, so for the moment, I will unblock because you did block him after the fact. After you called him out, after you got called out for it by multiple people, you did a blocking spree. I do apologize for using the word, and as I was ignorant to its meaning, which one of the things a lot of the fanboys say on both sides is that one side has lower IQs than the other. Well, I just proved I was retarded. According to this right here, you using the word, you was ignorant to it, but you was using it anyways, shows you was the one with the low IQ. That's bad. But as we read down, one of the things that I think is wrong, this should never happen. This should not be pushed. People should not be advocating for this, is death threats to him, the family, and others are coordinated attacks on his channel. Yes, it's fucked up, and this is the internet. This has happened whenever I was covering First Amendment auditors. That happened. I got doxxed. I got all kinds of shit that happened to me and my wife, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun, and I don't want that shit to happen to you. I don't want this happening to Suburbian. I don't want I don't want X or YouTube or video games to leak out into the real world where there's really bad consequences. This would be no different if it was a bigger streamer, like say Mr. Beast was on X, and they're like, "Hey, you see that Xbox guy there? He is a puppy fucker. He fucks puppy dogs. He literally does. He's a puppy rapist. Legit does." And Xbox, he's like, "Oh no, he called me, it's Mr. Beast, he called me that. Everybody's going to think I'm a puppy fucker." Then he goes out to the park. It's like, "Oh no, there's that guy. I heard Xbox's a fucking puppy fucker. We need to get our puppies away from them." You'd be fucking miserable. You'd have so much hate going towards you. So much. Then whenever you call Mr. Beast out, you're like, "Why did you call me that? Why would you?" I didn't know what that meant. I had no clue what puppy fucker meant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It could have been bad. Say if you was a bigger channel, like a huge channel, and you did that to Suburbian, and more people seen that, and it carried out to the real world, it has serious consequences. And I don't want that to happen to both of you. And by the way, X-Fault is not a puppy fucker. That is just a really bad example, a very terrible example that I just made at the top of my head, which proves again that I'm probably the low IQ retard for saying that. I just want there to be peace in the gaming community. I don't want to see this fighting, because whenever people say this shit, or if you call somebody a grifter on one side or a shill or anything, you both are doing it. Some of the biggest, including Reforged Gaming, which is the biggest one that I could think of right now, considering with that fact that he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room and not a console elitist. We have J.J. Abrams at home. We don't need Timu J.J. Abrams telling us about video games. We just don't need that. He's very disingenuous about the things he says, very biased, and a lot of them are. You're going to have your own biases when you're talking about things you love. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with a little bit of tribalism. But when you go this far, there is definitely a fucking problem, and it should be nipped right in the bud. You should not do that. It should be bad. But anyways, aside from my bad analogies, Axel, I do apologize that you had to go through that with getting death threats and shit. That's pretty awful. Please just watch what you say. Suburbian, sorry that you had to have that happen to you. It could have been a whole lot worse, and it's not fun, especially have kids, to be called that, because, like I said, that could leak out into the real world, and it could be some problems. So I guess the end of this, I'm just saying, is I'm going to play some video games and be hyped up for the next Xbox, because I'm an Xbox. I love it. And by the way, here's something for you to clip. That way you guys have it. I've had a lot of people call me fat and stuff. So, actually, I better not, because I'll get in trouble. I'm not going to do it. But anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you soon.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.